Hey, what's going on, guys? So it is October 4th. A little cloudy here in Florida today. It's been raining every single day like crazy. It's made work a little bit better, not when I get caught in the rain. That kind of stinks, but makes it a little cooler, so that's nice. And the weather has gotten a little bit better down here at the spring in my neighborhood. Show you guys. Not many people down here today. It's cloudy though, so as you can see, as usual. But in the market, it was a pretty good week as far as the market goes as a whole. Not for my options, really. Didn't do too much, but the S&P 500 was up today, or this week, over 1%. So that was nice. I mean, it's over, around over, a little bit over 14% for the year, which the average is 10%. So it's doing really good, so that's awesome. I want to see how far it'll go by the end of the year. I'm curious if we can get to like 20% by the end of the year, but we'll see. But as far as my options with Carnival Cruise Lines, it's been up and down this week. Didn't really do too much. I thought after that drop on Monday with the earnings that it would creep back up a little bit. I would have hoped, but it just didn't do that. So it's okay. I'll work it out. So that's why I told you guys in past videos to stagger your strike prices. I mean, I sell a decent amount of options, but even if you're selling like 2, 3, 4, 5, might be a good idea to do that. So because I mean, okay, the earnings happen on Carnival, and this can be any stock, and they had great earnings. They had good earnings, and it dropped. Okay, just like we had the government shutdown, and the market goes up, right? So I don't think anybody was thinking either of those things. So you never know what's going to happen. You never know how you can be pretty sure, but you really never know how the market is going to react to different situations. All right, but the longer you follow the market, you'll know when certain things happen, what will happen with the market. So, but there's always a chance of it not going your way, so, which is fine. That's why I stagger those strike prices, because when Carnival goes, it went down, right? I didn't expect it to go down, but I did stagger the strike prices, so it did go down. So it went from like $32 down to like $28.50. So my strike prices were 32, I forget exactly what they were, but 32, like 31.50, 30, and I think the lowest one I did was 30 strike price. So then it gives me an average, and that lowest one, I was still able to make money this past week. I made like 16 cents on that 30 strike price to roll it out, so I made okay money on that. The other ones I was making like 3 or 4 cents. So at least one of them you make okay money on, and then you wait for it to come back. So that's why I stagger the strike prices for this exact situation, right? So if it drops down, I can make decent money on at least one of them and keep that money rolling in. So just wanted to talk about, I talked about Delta a couple weeks ago. This week I want to talk a little bit about Theta, okay? So these are the Greeks, right? They come in handy. Like the Delta I was telling you a few weeks ago, it shows you the percentage, an average percentage of when you, like, say you sell an option, and it gives you the percentage when you sell that option, what chance it will be that it will end in the money. Okay, let me show you real quick. So let me see here. All right, I'm on the Charles Schwab app. So, okay, if I go to the trading page, right? So I'm on options, and I'm on, like, I'm gonna make a trade, right? So you go to the option chain, and you say I want to sell a 28.50, right? A put, okay? So I can just scroll over on this chart, and there's my delta. You can put all these Greeks on your chart here, the options chart. So I've got the delta there now. So that option right here, the 2850, is 0.478. So about 48% chance that that option, if I put it out right now, would 48% chance that it would close in the money. Okay, so about a 50-50 shot that it would close in the money. In the money meaning if it's a call, if you pick a strike price, whatever strike price that is, it will close above that strike price, which you might have to sell your shares. And on the puts, it would be a almost 48% chance that it would close below your strike price, where you'd have to buy the shares. So that one comes in very handy, you know, which the stock price is going to fluctuate a little bit, but it's good to know when you're selling the option. I mean, it gives you a little bit of an edge. Okay, so with the Theta, let me show you here. I put that also on my chart. This is the last one here. Okay, so with that same 2850 strike price, the Theta is 0.04. Okay, so what is the Theta, right? Theta is the time depreciation. So it'd be like 0.04, so like 4 cents every day it would depreciate. Okay, and like I said before, the stock is going to move, you know, so it could totally throw that number off in one day. You know, that's if the stock pretty much stays the same price. But it's, you know, gives you a little bit of an edge, like I said. So let me show you something else here. Okay, let me go to, all right, here is a time decay in options trading. Okay, so this is like a chart that shows the time decay. So this is a 90-day chart, right? So as you can see, it's slowed time decay at the beginning. It's 90 days, so break it up into 3 different parts. So it's very slow at the beginning. It starts to gain speed where the option is losing value quickly, and then at the very end, look at that, it goes right down. So the last 30 days, that option with the time decay, it will drop way quicker than the first 30 days, like the last 30 days opposed to the first 30 days. So let me show you something else. Let me show you something else here. This is an option that was sold, right? So right here is the 90 days. 90 days out on this option, and it's worth $4.08, right? So the next one is 60 days. So that's 30 days, right? And it goes from 408 to 330, right? So the first 30 days on a 90-day option, it goes down 78 cents in 30 days. Okay, so let's look at the last 30 days of the option, because you can see here that you see how it goes down very quickly in the last 30 days. So when it gets close to your expiration date, it'll drop much quicker. So for us option sellers, it doesn't really affect. We're just waiting for the expiration date. We've already gotten our money. It's in the account, and the buyer has to do something by expiration date. So they're scrambling to make money because they're losing money quicker and quicker as time goes by, right? So let me show you the last 30 days of this 90-day option. Okay, so here's the last 30 days. So it goes from 30 down to 1. Okay, so at 30 days it's down to $2.33, and this is if the stock stays the same price, you know, which it won't, but it just gives you an edge. And then down to 1 day, which it's worth 21 cents. So it goes in 30 days from $2.33 to 21 cents, which that is $2.12 in 30 days. So the first 30 days, it goes down 78 cents. On the last 30 days, it goes down $2.12. So as you can see, at the end of the option's expiration date, it goes down super quick. So the buyer that we sell it to, they have to either buy it back to save some of their profits, or if they let it expire at expiration date, they lose all their money. So that 21 cents is with 1 day left. By the end of that day, there will be no money left. They won't have any money. So that's why I sell them and I don't buy them, you know, because I don't want to be like scrambling to not lose all my money. But it's great when it goes the other way, because you can make a whole lot of money real quick. But when it gets down to it and you're losing money and the stock is just staying, because if the stock just stays the exact same price at expiration date, you lose everything, you know. So if you sell, or if you buy a stock for, we're the sellers, but if you were the buyer and they buy a stock and they have to pay 50% premium, right? So we get the premium, it goes right into our account. Our job is done. We made our money. That's it. If they buy an option, say at $30, and they pay a 50-cent premium, they start making money over $30.50. If they go to, if that stock in the first day happens to go up $1 and it goes to $31, they double their money, because they paid 50 cents premium. The strike price is 30. It goes up to 31 in 1 day. No time decay yet, right? So if it goes to 31, they double their money. And then if they don't, they just wait. It'll depreciate, like I just showed you with the Theta. And if they don't do anything and it's not in the money, by expiration they'll lose all their money. So that shows you how Theta works. And just a little bit more info. I try to give you a little bit more education on every video as much as I can, because, you know, just another tool in the toolbox of selling options, you know. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more information, and I'll try to do that every video. And then, you know, during the week videos, I'll show you me selling the options, usually on Tuesday. If I sell an option later on in the week, I'll put it on the weekend video. So I'm going to go get ready, because me and a few friends are going to the UCF game. So never been to a UCF game before, so it should be fun. Group of people going. We're gonna tailgate and barbecue if it doesn't rain, which it's clearing up pretty good now. You know, just in the time I've been talking, it's cleared up a good bit. So we're gonna go do that, have a little bit of fun. You gotta have fun, you only live once. So don't sit at home and just mope all day and sit in front of the TV. Get out, go do something, you know. You got one shot. Look at what's happening lately, you know. You never know, anything can happen. I've seen people that have unfortunately, you know, died of cancer or whatever it may be, and I like to live every day, as the term goes, like it's my last, but hopefully that's not the case. But enjoy life, you know. Get out there, go do fun things. I try to do things every weekend. So I'm gonna go do that, meet some friends. I hope you guys have a great weekend, as always. And if you like the content, you like the knowledge that you're gaining from this, you like me, you know, watching me sell the options, making the money, subscribe if you would. I appreciate it. It helps my channel out. Like the video, comment on anything that you would like to discuss. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Bye.